4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen,
yes,
for your listening pleasure, coming to you from Mother's Day 2019. Shout out to all the moms out there.
Shout out to all
this
you
is the JB and Benny Blue Review. We love you for joining us. Listen, your man's coming to you live, Calabasas. I'm drinking Corona in a fucking plastic cup with about 8 limes in that bitch. It's a beautiful day, and I hope you are enjoying your day too. This podcast is brought to you by a couple of our fine sponsors. We are brought to you by our newest sponsor. Shout out to our friend of the show,
who that?
Jazzy. She hooked us up with a new logo, Brave New Urban. Brave New Urban is a design studio with the entrepreneur in mind. Visit bravenewurban.com to learn about their web design and logo design services, and use the promo code The Review and get 30% off your first project. That's right. You need a new logo, you need a new website, you need a new fucking goddamn billboard. Use the promo code The Review, get 30% off your first project, and of course, you know goddamn well this podcast is brought to you by Pacific Home Buyers. If you have a home in pre-foreclosure, distressed, inherited, you don't want that shit anymore, we got you, baby. We close in 7 to 14 business days. We make you a fair cash offer. We handle the closing process. Go to packhomebuyers.com. Go to contact, fill out your inquiry, let us know what's going on with your house, and we got you. Again, fair cash offer. We close in 7 to 14 business days. Go to packhomebuyers.com right now. Those are our sponsors. Bizzle Man, first and foremost, it's Mother's Day. I want to give you the floor. Shout out all the beautiful mothers out there, man. It's a beautiful day.
Look, it is a beautiful day, man. It's a beautiful day in Southern California. It's a gorgeous day in the desert, in Central Arizona, if you will. It's raining out here, and that's always a beautiful day. So, to all the women out there, man, that have had children, you know what I'm saying, and that take care of children, and if you're a mom, you know what I'm saying, by hook or by crook, look, congratulations, you know what I'm saying. Y'all make the world go round. Couldn't do nothing without you, wouldn't be here without you. And much love to all you women out there, you know what I'm saying, that are holding it down, taking care of them babies, taking care of households, you know what I'm saying, working, entrepreneurs, whatever you may be, you holding down them youngins, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to you. Happy Mother's Day from the fucking Review. We love y'all. Love y'all. We love y'all. And if y'all single moms, hey, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean?
What's up?
Hey, we got a number, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can call, leave a message, shit, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature.
And that's 818-850-2804. Leave a message for the Bizzle Man.
That's
you know, he's single out here and he knows how to raise a child. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
dad material. You know, he's not trying to have more kids. I'm just saying he's dad material.
You are exactly correct. I'm not finna produce no more children. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, I got them. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best father in the world. You know what I mean?
You are. You have some spectacular children. Shout out to all your children. Sparrow, Joe, Jaleel, Anaya, everybody. I guarantee there's somebody in fucking the Philippines you forgot about. It's all right, man. You had a trip and you forgot. It's all right. You forgot. It's all good. I got a couple strays. I got to admit it. I got a couple strays somewhere.
I got a couple in Guam, you know what I'm saying? All kind of shit.
Guam, goddamn Bali. It happens. It happens. Mom, shout out to Mom. I love you, Mom. Shout out to my sister Liz.
What up, Mom?
Shout out to all the moms out there. Mother's Day. And Bizzle Man, joining us on the line is a gentleman who, the last time that we had him on, he had denounced Sprite reviewers. I said denounced.
That's right.
His allegiance to the G-Men. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the line right now on the JB and Benny Blue Review podcast. Follow us at JB and Benny Blue. Available on all podcast streaming platforms.
Everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is former Giants fan, current Rams fan, our boxing correspondent, and the top heel himself, the ultimate savage, Kevin motherfucking Robinson is on the line.
Hey, hold on. Hell no. Kev is not a Rams fan. Kev is a Raiders fan. We're not gonna put him in that water now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, nah, damn all that.
You know, the only reason he said Rams fan is my dad's fan.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. That's why.
My dad was a big Eric Dickerson fan back in the 80s.
Yeah, no, hey.
The nigga had the Jerry curl
I can fuck with him though. I can fuck with him back then, see, but right now, nah. You know what I mean? It's the Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying? Wild Wild West, baby.
Kev, first and foremost, thank you for joining us. Any special shout outs for your mother, for your grandmother, you know, on this special day as we are recording?
Yeah, most definitely, man. I got shout outs to Mom, Billy, us, Kim, you feel me? Nana, Dini,
wow.
The whole hood, man. You feel me? All my homegirls that got kids, you feel me? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I got a big shout out to watching the game. That Brookdale from Dane Lillard, you know what I'm saying? He's going to go to the Western Conference Finals, you feel me?
Damn.
Get it for the town one time.
Damn. Exactly. Right. I see. And yeah, at the time of this recording, you are right, Kev. They have just beaten the Denver Nuggets, who are ranked higher, and now they're going to the Western Conference Finals. So it's nice to see Dame Time get his goddamn due with that team, because that's a good team, and they're definitely are not going to get the fucking bulldozer from the Warriors. But we're going to get into that in the second half of the show with the playoff. But reviewers, you know what fucking time it is. When Kev is on the show, Kev is our special boxing correspondent, and every time there's boxing shit to talk about, he always wants to be on the show to talk about it, because god damn it, he watches these motherfucking fights. So we have a few things to talk about. First and foremost, gentlemen, I didn't really know too much about this guy other than him, his old crazy ass being on HBO, but we'd be remiss if we didn't say RIP to Harold Letterman. If you don't know who Harold Letterman is, he was essentially the boxing judge on HBO Boxing, which HBO Boxing no longer exists. Run back our past episodes again, jbandbettingreview.com to find that when we talked about HBO Boxing. He would always kind of keep the scores, and for those who are like, I know who that dude is, but I don't really know who he is, he famously was the one who got into it with Floyd in the ring when he was trying to interview him. Anyway, he passed away this week.
Okay, Jim, this is how we have it. I got it. 17-14, so and so.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was New York fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So he passed away this week. So rest in peace to Harold Letterman. And yeah, I mean, Kev, we'll jump right into it. As far as some cats who used to be rock on HBO, over the past couple weeks, you had probably the biggest fight, really, of these last couple months in Canelo and Jacob. Canelo ends up retaining, and really it's like he has all the belts but one, basically, at this point. He's almost fully unified in the middleweight division. As far as what you saw from that fight, what do you think? Did you like Canelo's performance? What do you think Danny Jacobs could have done better? And ultimately, what do you think is kind of next for Canelo?
It was Danny did what he did with Canelo, motherfucker, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't going for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was, the fight was, I thought it was boring as fuck, real. I would have rather seen them fought Charlo. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that's ever going to happen since, they in some different promotions. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, check this out. I'm glad that you said that about Canelo, because there's a lot of people in the boxing world that don't respect Canelo for whatever reason. I mean, he couldn't beat Triple G. Now, who the fuck can? You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people that don't get that man his just due. And I've always said, and I've said on past episodes, that boy Canelo, once he got beat by Floyd, he turned to a different fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they went back and watched film and he was like, wait a minute, you mean I can duck punches too? Oh, okay. Because he always had the punching power. Even as a baby, he had punching power. And he always had quick hands. And he was always a stabby boxer. So, and I ain't talking about a fighter. He has that switch to turn on as a fighter too. But he's always been a stabby boxer. He can place those punches. He has the power to knock your ass out if he chooses to. But he'll go 12 rounds for you. He's conditioned. You know what I'm saying? He's a consummate pro. And yeah, you're right. I went back and watched the fight because I didn't watch it because it was on the other streaming site or that pay-per-view site. But I went back and watched it. And you're right. Canelo just put on a clinic, man. He just put on a clinic. And
they don't give him this dude. You know what I'm saying? I think he is go. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you feel me? In that division,
oh yeah, it's some hogs over there, man.
Carlos Monday, like straight up. But you know, it was like I said, the fight I really came to fuck about last night. Fucking J-Rock versus Terry Hurd. That was fucking.
I ain't even chance to see it.
Yeah, I ain't even chance to see it.
Yeah, and I watched.
Yeah, bro. It's on Fox Sports, bro. It's on demand. You watch that.
Oh, trust me, I will.
If you watch
After the
JB,
second
what I
game, I
did,
definitely get with it.
what I did, JB, is I didn't see it either. So I pulled up last night. I pulled up the highlights of it, and there's a good clip. I'll send it to you. It's like a 20-minute highlight clip. And Kev, if you watched it live, I mean, it really gave you really a lot of the essence of it. You know, they were really banging. Like the ref had to keep breaking them up because they were getting too close as far as with their heads touching. You know, nobody wants to see that shit end on a fucking bogus touch on their head. But I think the issue was, and Kevin, I'm glad you transitioned to that, because to me, I thought Hurd and Jacobs had the same problem, to where it took them too long to get their shit off, because Williams had some really good punch placement, but once Hurd was able to get inside, he was able to really bang. But the problem was he got put on the canvas, and I think it was a little bit too little, too late. Is that kind of what you saw from it?
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it was, bro. And the main thing I liked Hurd. I seen him win the title, bro. The first title he had 2 years ago, and every fight since Austin Stroud, Irizarry, Lara, and all the other talks, bro. His biggest problem is this motherfucker don't have no thing, bro. Like, he literally walks motherfucker down. He punished. Last night, he took a lot more punishment than I've ever seen. That was a better fighter than anybody fought. You know what I'm saying? But, it was a good fight. Once you see the defense going, which I think he's doing better now, he got fucked up last night.
Yeah.
I don't know how he thinks. The kid's got a lot of heart. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite boxers right now. Seriously, like, I fuck with that. J-Rock had a better day. It was good to see 2 boxers. There wasn't no bad blood. There wasn't no funk.
A lot of respect in it, right?
A lot of respect. For me, he's a good boxer. There was no funk, no fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think it would be a good pay-per-view. I would love that night.
I'll see a rematch of that.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't seen the fights yet, but I definitely, you know what I'm saying, I'm almost certain, you know, I trust my guys' opinions. So yeah, y'all, mama call him Clay, I'm gonna call him Clay. Yeah, I want to see the fight too.
Man, that was a good fight, bro. You gotta watch that, bro. Honestly, that was my favorite fight.
Yeah.
And there's been some cool ones here, but that one was like decent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, that was a good action fight, and I think the issue with Hurd is that he may be having it was for WBA, IBF, junior middleweight, super welterweight, whatever you want to call it, belt, right? And it may be an issue with Jarrett Hurd that he could be. I do want to see the rematch of that, but moving forward, I wonder if he needs to move up, because I wonder that about someone like Danny Jacobs. I wonder if Danny Jacobs needs to move up at this point to 168 and not 160.
Right. I think so. I think with Hurd, the fact that he's at 154 and he walks around, I think Showtime special, walks around at 175. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's a big dude. So I would let us see him at 160. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's better. You know what I mean? So I really want to see him versus Starbo in the day. The other two. You know what I'm saying? For real, that's what I really see. But he can bang. Definitely bang. Once he get his defense down, he's gonna be dangerous, bro. Real dangerous. He just takes a lot of fucking punishment. He'll just get fucked up. Like J-Rock was fucking his ass up. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
That boy hit that
true.
That boy head and face. That was a motherfucker right now.
That was a motherfucker right now. Oh man, bro. See, if you look at the skills of his face from last night, and by the 9th round, he's bowling like a motherfucker. See, wow. It's like rocky. You know what I mean? It was a good fight though, bro.
Yeah, I think the thing with Hurd is, like, you know, it's interesting because people forget, like, everybody, and JB, you know damn well we've talked about it on multiple episodes when it comes to boxing with Kev as well, in terms of the kind of the allure of the quote unquote undefeated record. And of course, if you're truly a great and you can go undefeated, that's fantastic. However, people forget, Kev, you know this, J-Rock Williams lost to Charlo, and then he came back and then he beat Hurd. You know what I mean? Like, And Hurd, it's like, Hurd, I get it, man. Like, you're in front of your hometown. Nobody wants to lose in front of their hometown. But like Kev, like you said, once he can really sharpen up his defense, his head movement was kind of poor because once Williams got distance, he was able to really get some shit. It wasn't until Hurd was able to bring him inside in the middle rounds he could really land, especially the uppercut was really kind of bringing him back into the fight. If he can add that to his game, he'll be back, and there should definitely be a rematch because, like you said, in terms of watchability and value, because Lord knows we try to get that out of our upper echelon fight.
Right.
That was really good. It was action from round 1 to round 12. So that was good.
J-Rock had him. The only thing J-Rock had him on, and Lenny Lewis kept saying, like, then he was like, kept saying that shit like, round. Like, Darren, why are you so close to this motherfucker? You got like a 5-inch difference reach on his ass. Like, why are you up on his ass like that? J-Rock kept tapping him with that uppercut, fucking him up. You know what I'm saying? It was a good fight. It was a great fight, bro. Like, they had a rematch clause, too. They brought it up last night.
Oh, yeah.
And, they asked J-Rock, who you want to fight next? Like, Charlo or him? But they ain't going to say. But you know what's going to happen. They're going to fight. That's for, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. When you're fighting for 2 belts, there's almost always a rematch clause.
3 belts. 3.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, I mean,
3 belts,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah. Rematch clause is almost a guarantee in any major unification fight. Like, if a cat loses, he ain't just gonna take his ball and go home. Especially if it's a close fight. It's like that definitely was deserving of a rematch. Now speaking of a fight that has been kind of rumored, and this is the favorite JB and I. JB loves doing his patented Keith one-time Thurman impression. You know what I'm saying?
Keith one-time Thurman. Keith one-time Thurman. I'll fight anybody. It don't really matter. I'll fight anybody. You know? One of the most powerful boxers that the IBF has ever seen. Keith one-time Thurman. Yeah, I ain't scared of nobody. You gotta beat the champ, you know?
Clear water.
Well, JB, I'm gonna throw this to you. It's been announced. It's Manny and Thurman on July 20th. Number one, Manny's been looking good. We've been talking about that in past episodes. We talking about boxing, and obviously Keith has had that problem of not necessarily fighting top flight guys all the time. He's been kind of picking and choosing. So, in terms of that matchup, are you thinking, especially a sort of a styles make fight sort of deal? Is that something that you're going to be tuning in to watch? Manny versus Thurman.
Fuck no. Oh, look, Manny Pacquiao is old. All right, and let's just be. Let's just be all the way clear. All right, let's just be all the way clear, baby. Manny Pacquiao is a Hall of Fame boxer, one of the best that ever done it. All right, and if you want to be real about the situation, he might knock one time the fuck out. Let's just be real about it, because his inside game is far more superior than Keith Thurman's is. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman tip of the jab type. You know what I'm saying? He gets in there, he mixes it up, he don't mind. But when you talk about inside work, and he's one of the best that's ever done it, and he still has that power because he punches from his legs. So I ain't particularly one that's gonna say, you know what, I can't wait to see that shit. I mean, I'll watch it, but Keith Thurman needs to fucking fight some of these live cats. Like, you talk all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
He just came back though, bro. Came back.
Yeah, I mean, at the same, you just came back, but you want to fight Manny Pacquiao? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the fight you want to pick. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather see him fight Danny Garcia.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you gonna fight somebody like, you know, if you back, you a boxer, ain't like you motherfucking, ain't like you just start doing this shit. You been like, what, he had a surgery or some shit? Yeah, so okay, so in rehab, he's been sparring, I'm almost certain. You know what I'm saying? So he's to the point where he feels like comfortable, like, yeah, I got a fight coming up, cool. Bro, like, it's other cats out there you could have fought besides Manny Pacquiao. Like, Manny's old, Manny just need to chill, go run the Philippines.
Bro, they wasn't gonna put him against the Bulls right away. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
But he beat Danny Garcia before he got that injury, but I think Danny hit him.
But yeah, listen, You talk about the wolves, like this nigga's a wolf. Man, he an old ass wolf. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he fighting a scrub. Like I said, man, he might knock his ass the fuck out. Be real. Like, cause we done seen Keith get touched, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, I don't know. I'm not finna break down no doors to go watch that fight, but I mean, I'll watch it if it's on, I guess. That shit. I'll be wanting these dudes to fight. You know, if you're young and you're a fighter, man, fight good competition, man. Like, stop all that weird shit. Like fight motherfucking good competition, bro.
True. And you know, I mean, it could be a nice little contrast of styles, but you're right. I mean, I think that, you know, ultimately there's really 4 or 5 cats that are in the mix. And really they need to have a Super 6 tournament like they've done for other divisions, where you got Spence, you got Crawford, you got Thurman, you got Garcia, and you got Porter. And then maybe one other cat that you put in there, because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, like you said, like
Bud Crawford,
like Bud, that thing.
Yeah, Bud's got to be in there. I mean, if Mikey Garcia really wants to move up, then hey,
I'm gonna say it like this. Hey, Errol and Bud, that would be the dopest fight since Kev. I trust my man Gary. He said the fight that he saw last night was boxing fight of the year. If Errol and Bud fought, that would be a fight for the fucking ages. You know what I'm saying? That would be some shit to see.
That's some haggler. That's some haggler shit.
Yeah, right straight up. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. Like they're the same fucking fighter to me. You know what I'm saying? Heavy-handed, smart, you know what I'm saying, can take a punch, but they don't take punches. You know what I'm saying? Like, can go the distance. Both of them boys can fight 16 rounds. Like, real shit. You know what I'm saying? They fight fights and they don't be tired after. You know what I'm saying? They put on clinics in the ring. That would be a phenomenal fucking fight. Now, Benny, I'll pay to see that one. All right, I'll sit at home and give them that $80 to watch that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll pay for that one. Y'all know me. I don't like
right, I was about to say, damn, Ken said he'll pay for that motherfucker. You know it's real.
Right, you know it's a fucking Christmas miracle when he'll pay for it. Jesus Christ. You're the Scream King. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Top fucking heel.
Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to
Finally wrapping up on boxing, gentlemen. Speaking of top pay-per-view, now, Kev, I know you want to see the original matchup on this, but unfortunately, your man, Big Baby Miller, was hanging out with Alex Rodriguez's doctor or some shit, because it was originally supposed to be Deontay and Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller got popped on 3 different tests, so he's out of there.
HJ and Big Baby.
Oh, that's right. So now it's you're right.
Yeah, it was AJ and Big Baby.
You're right about that. See, AJ to replace him. So AJ's fighting that other cat, and you know he'll probably make it through that. You got that fight coming up, but really,
he's pretty good, bro. He's pretty good. He ain't no slouch.
Right. Well, the fight I was going to ask you about it, because it's coming up here. You have Wilder defending against Dominic Brazil, and the only fight Dominic Brazil lost was against AJ. So is that any test for Deontay, or is it Deontay getting a tune-up, defending the belt, and waiting for either AJ or Fury 2?
I give Deontay this, bro. Deontay ain't had tune-ups a long time, bro. Like, that's wars.
He been fighting.
Yeah, I'd rather see the story Keith versus AJ. That's what I would have rather. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, you never know, bro. I've seen the cat beat motherfuckers the first couple of rounds. You never know. You might catch the AJ one. Bleep his ass. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't see Deontay and AJ ever fight. I don't really give a fuck. I just want to see a heavyweight presentation fight. So if it's Ruiz win all the belts, it's Ruiz versus Deontay, cool with that. I just want to see the station heavyweight. I want to see, like, you know, back in the day, Randy Holt the hella belts. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. They ain't been like that in a long time. I think what's this? Fucking Lennox? Was he the last to fight heavyweight champ?
Yeah, had to be.
I believe so.
Had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, undisputed.
Yeah, because I mean, you gotta remember that was the era when You talking about Holyfield, Lewis, Riddick Bowe, all those cats, like, they actually would fight each other. Fucking goddamn Evander was coming out in that fucking purple velvet fucking Crown Royal ass robe and shit, coming out with a real deal in gold and shit. And hey, they fought. They actually fought. And it's like, we were talking about something in the other episode in terms of the platforms kind of breaking down the barriers, but it's like, man, like, now whether it's like you guys were saying a second ago, Crawford Spence or AJ and Deontay, it's like, eventually the public demand for it, and in a lot of ways from a business perspective it is smart because you build up the highest dollar on it. My only thing is, don't let this shit spoil like fucking milk. Like, you can't let these cats go too long to the point where it's like it's a wash now. But like, I agree, because we're all boxing fans, we do want to see the best fight the best. But I mean, in terms of like star power, I do personally want to see Deontay and AJ get it. Even if they had no belt, I want to see them fight. I really do.
No, that's real. Even with no belt, yeah, you're right. Even if most of them motherfuckers went on the street, lost the next fight, belt, I still want to see the motherfuckers fight. Right about that. The best pay-per-view if I had to pick fights right now for the full AJ Deontay for all the scraps. The fucking Charlo versus Sarah Heard, Earl versus Bud. That's the whole pay-per-view. Sell out.
Hey, Kim, listen, and if they did that, they wouldn't have to show another boxing match for me for the rest of the motherfuckers 2019, 2020. Like, I'd be cool with them.
Hey, bro, if they did that in September, bro, you don't want to watch someone fight. Like,
right, I'll be cool, bro. Straight up, I'll be cool.
Right. Honorable mention. Tank Davis, Lomachenko. They got to make that happen. Enough is enough.
Tank is great, bro.
I don't know, man. That would be close. That would be really close.
Tank is great, bro.
No, hey, one thing about
I'll watch it.
I want to watch. Hey, I just want to see anybody fight Lomachenko, bro. Like, I want to say like that cat. I want to see somebody like you say Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like Tank will run through him. I want to see that shit because that little motherfucker.
He ain't fought nobody, bro. Lomachenko ain't fought nobody, bro.
Right. That's a hell of an argument, but at the same time, like. That's why I said I want to see somebody who's like highly touted get in the ring with this man, because this motherfucker Lomachenko is a robot or something. Like the motherfucker, he's special. I'm gonna put it like that. You know what I'm saying? He might not fight nobody to date, but that motherfucker is special. And I would love to see him fight Tank or any motherfucking body that's gonna compete with this son of a bitch, because right now he make motherfuckers that get in the ring with him look like they amateurs. Like, that shit is crazy.
Who else is in that division other than Tank and Lomachenko? Who else is in that division, bro?
Well, Kevin Farmer, right? Because he's been chirping a lot with Tank.
Farmer. Okay, yep. He a beast.
Yep.
He's a fucking monster.
Yep. Because Mikey Garcia moved up, so he vacated. So he's trying to get in the welterweight mix, but he's like, he got smashed by Errol. So like now it's like he wasn't built for that jump yet. So that's the one thing I can say about a lot of these divisions. Whether you're talking about lightweight, their division moving up into welterweight through middleweight and on through heavyweight. The good thing is that there's a lot of choices. It's not just like one cat and there's no competition for them. So like they're gonna pick and choose. It's like, no. Now we're getting to the point where like these cats don't have any choice, because eventually if they keep doing this whole like pick and choose shit, they're gonna really hurt their pocket. And it's like, eventually, if you have all these cats who are right there on your level, you have nowhere else to go. You can't just keep sitting there fighting fucking cab drivers and shit. You gotta find someone. You know what I mean?
Fight them cab drivers.
Who's gonna bring the best? Because that's how you're gonna leave a legacy and make the most money. Period. That's how it's gonna happen. Yeah.
You right. I'm with you now.
Gentlemen, let's shift to this. All right, look. You know, when JB was actually looking back at it, and we've done one episode on wives and girlfriends in sports. And obviously, because of the nature of your profession and your expertise, You can speak on this better than Kevin and I ever could. However, what we can all collectively speak on is having a partner that is secure with himself, holds it down. Now, reviewers out there, if you saw it, apparently, one Ayesha Curry is salty that she does not get enough attention from other dudes. Now, if you've been living under a rock, and listen, I tend to push this shit aside because I got shit to do. Kevin and I work together. I work with JB. We got business to handle. I don't sit there on Twitter like most of these cats who are working at State Farm and sit there and fucking dive into this shit. But we need to talk about this because this is something that is important for you, the reviewers, to understand with your own relationship and choosing a partner, choosing someone you want to build an empathy with. I'm going to read you a quote, gentlemen, that was taken from this show. And I actually like the show. I fuck with the show. It's called Red Table Talk. It's hosted by Jada Pinkett Smith. And they actually have some really good guests and go over some good topics if you kind of need some more like life, health, and wellness type shit. It's actually a pretty good show. It's on Facebook Watch. But sometimes she has guests and they kind of get a little bit too much dip on the chip. And this is a quote from Ayesha Curry and what she said. She says, gentlemen, I quote, something that really bothers me and has honestly given me a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, there are all these women throwing themselves at Steph. But me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero. This sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then I begin to internalize it. Like, is something wrong with me? I don't want it, but like it'd be nice to know that somebody's looking. Now, boy.
Hello.
Boy.
Hold on, before we get started, Benny. Before we even get into this, I don't know why everybody is not speaking about what else she said. like everything else that she said. Like that was just one thing, and everybody's taking that and running with it. But from what I understand, I've never watched the whole thing. Like that's something I don't even really want to waste my time watching. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not just a show because I watched the show. I watched when Will was on it. You know what I'm saying? I watched the very first one they did with Willow and the grandmother was there.
Right.
But like, from what I understand, she also said right there by his mother and his sister that Steph has not satisfied her sexually in years. It's like a chore having sex with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. Yeah, we're going to touch the whole attention thing. But like I posted, you know what I'm saying, on the JB's Pillow Talk, keep your goddamn business in the street. I mean, out of the street. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
What's going on in your household? I don't give a fuck. What's going on, period. You talk to your husband about shit like that or your wife about shit like that, and that's that. Now, I don't really have a problem with her saying what she said about the whole attention thing because that's human nature. I'm not even going to ride on her for that. Like, real shit, I'm not. That's human nature. It has to be hard. And that's for male or female. It don't matter. If you married to motherfucking Halle Berry and you Joe Blow, you know what I'm saying? You are going to feel some type of way about how motherfuckers gawk at your old lady all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna want motherfuckers to give you kind of the same attention. It's just human nature, bro. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with wanting the spotlight. But it's just fucking human nature. Now, again, me personally, my taste, I wouldn't have said this shit out loud. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, that's something that you feel and you go on about your business with. You know what I mean? Like, and it to me, it's the whole situation is fucked up because of her putting her business out there like that. And I know that the whole and then there's another side of where supposedly Steph tweeted or posted on IG or some shit that he was, I love the way you put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? You make yourself so vulnerable and yada yada yada. Oh baby, I love you. And, man, that was some media bullshit. All right, I'm just gonna be completely real with you. That's some media bullshit because if my wife would have did that shit on national television, it ain't really national television. It's Facebook, whatever the fuck. It's a media outlet. I'd have cussed her to fucking hell. Straight up. I was like, no, you know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. You know, do no shit like that on no platform where people are going to be able to fucking replay and repeat this shit. That's embarrassing to me. It's embarrassing to my family. It should be embarrassing to your ass. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, to each his own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what do you think about this? You've talked about this at length on your podcast again, Kevin A's Hip Hop. Make sure you follow him, Instagram, Twitter, and it's all available on all platforms. When you hear stuff, I agree with what JB's saying. It's not necessarily about necessarily what she's saying, but your husband is in the middle of a playoff run, and you're coming out with it. Oh, it's just strategic.
You gotta remember, they got that probably like January. They specifically put it out right now. Middle of a playoff run.
That's what I'm saying.
They did that.
Right.
They could have put it out in February. It was like, nah, these motherfuckers go to the playoffs every year. Let's put this bitch out today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I don't know. I honestly, like, I didn't watch the clip, but I did see the clip. I seen both of the clips. Talking about you don't satisfy next to leaders, which cold-blooded like this thing. Supposed to be staying there with your homegirl.
That's fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't supposed to explain. You ain't regular. Like, hey, and then the whole fact, like, oh, these bitches trying to holler at them and niggas don't holler at me. It's like, bitch, you got the #1 point guard in the world. You got a Hall of Famer. Everything that these girls complaining about on Twitter and shit about how they can't find a dude that's solid and all that other shit. You got this square Christian dude, you feel me? Courage to start your own business. It's not like basketball like laying on your ass. Yeah, you put money in your pocket to start your own shit. You got a restaurant in San Francisco, feel me? And just because, you can't look at it in a competition. It's like married a top 10 Hall of Fame nigga. Like, you didn't marry Carlos Savagery coming off
some guy.
Yeah, you didn't just marry some nigga from that worked in Space Plane overnight. Feel me, in the town. You married a top dude. And so, but basically, from what I understand, is they got with each other in college. They get opportunity to go through the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Little square chick from North Carolina. And now it's like, okay, you done had 3 kids. You had the life, all these hoes that you're looking at. You feel like those people with all these Instagram followers and shit. They wish they had no life. They wish they had no life. You got a solid nigga that's holding you down, trying to build you up. He could have been like, nah, all my money ain't for you. No, you want to do a cookbook? I'm going to put money behind that. You want to open up a restaurant? I'm going to put money behind that shit too. That's the nigga trying to build you up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas that make that type of money, they be like, nah, fuck what you trying to do. This is about me. You feel me? And that's not
back and have these babies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's allowing basketball-wise, my little single friends ain't got nobody. He can't goofy. You don't quite understand, like, yeah, you 30, you got 3 kids, you living a dream. You know how fucked up your life could be? As you chose, Andre that plays football, and the nigga was coming off the bench, fucking all type of hoes every time he go on a trip to Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? I like to feel a lot more fucked up.
Right.
Nigga, I don't think he tripped. But looking at stuff, bro, I don't know the nigga, right? This ain't does stuff. He don't even seem like the type of nigga tripping off all the bitches. I said
the same shit.
Your marriage, you finna fuck your money.
Yeah, I said the exact same shit about Steph Curry. I'm like, yo, that nigga is not even that type of dude to just be, you know what I'm saying, running behind no bitches. He don't give a fuck about no hoes. So she, and like I said, everybody do their own thing. To each his own. I don't judge nobody for what they do, but I've been upset if mine would have did it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said about the whole sexual situation, that's some shit that you talk to your sister about, or some shit that you know who ain't gonna leak it out, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't put that shit out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And there's a million motherfuckers in the world, and the motherfuckers been this way, have been wanting her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, have been wanting to have what she had. You know what I'm saying? She got the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he a square cube. You know what I'm saying? Jesus freak, and that's all good, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't going nowhere, very family oriented, his mother and father in his life, you know what I'm saying? His brother, his sister, you know what I'm saying? All that. So it's like, man, you better kick back and enjoy what you're doing, what you got. And if you got a problem, like I said in the JB's Full of Talk, you got a problem with your man sexually, and you sit down and y'all talk about that at home, and y'all figure out a way, you know what I'm saying, for him to get back. And it ain't the fucking, it's the intimacy, you know what I'm saying? That's the problem, you know what I'm saying? Because that man is tired. That man works. He got commercials. He got all this shit going on. And he's coming home, and he like, you know what? I'm home now. Come on, play with the babies. I'm sure. As soon as he walk in the house, they bum rush him. You know what I'm saying? So he playing with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this stuff, family stuff, daddy stuff, and then he get in the bed, and he like, you know, I'm horny. Let me get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
My thing is this: if you are bored and shit, and this nigga bring you back, really right on this square Christian shit on name motherfucking look on, go to a sex therapist. You know what I'm saying? That's something you could have Y'all niggas, y'all got money. I go to the sex therapist, but I'm gonna try something. Right. Fuck all that square shit. You know what I'm saying?
Could have did that.
You finna fuck her bag up, bro.
Anywhere it go.
You finna fuck her bag up.
You keep that shit between you and that man that you married to. And like Kev, great point. You know what I'm saying? Fall through a sex therapist and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you keep that shit between y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all get it right and then go on about your fucking business, man.
You just embarrassed that man in front of the whole world in the middle of the most stressful time of the year for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if he's an accountant and it's March, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I got so much shit I gotta do. And then once soon as over, you play that shit, then you okay, you know what? Let's talk about what we make it better. Don't fucking happen online and shit like that was some gang goofy shit, man. That was disrespectful.
Hey, right. Hey, shame on you, Ayesha.
Correct. That and then, I mean, fellas, you just said that's exactly what I want to talk about it because I know we can provide a perspective that most can't because whether it was recorded in January or recorded yesterday, the fact that she put it on wax and was saying those things, you're trying to create attention for the wrong reason. Be great. We all have to be grateful for the good things that we have in our life. And like you both illustrated, whether it's the business aspect of it or a family aspect of it, you know, everything else, you know, you can work out behind closed doors. But if you're really trying to build with your partner, like, you know, she really does have her own shit going on, whether it's like her own, like, you know, like women stuff, cooking stuff. Imagine him coming out of pocket and saying some shit while she's trying to launch a new product. Like the fuck? Like, come on, man. Like,
like she got a cookbook coming out. It's advertising with an Instagram post. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, come on.
Exactly. So reviewers, we want to address that and understand, like, moving forward, whether you play in the league or, like Kev said, you're a fucking accountant trying to get shit popping in tax season. You know, make sure that you have that communication pocket with your partner because clearly there's some shit that once the shit is over, like JB said, come June, they got to work out. And, you know, like Kev said, we don't know them personally. We're just going off of the evidence that's been presented in terms of how they carry themselves. You know, look, I don't wish any ill will. I don't think these guys do either in terms of them being able to move forward. Because hey, if they're living a good life, they got the beautiful family. You know, work that shit out. Keep that type of shit in house, and hey, you know, play the game correctly, and it'll suit you well.
And some real shit. Not to cut you off on some real shit. You gotta look at the ball's average, bro. This nigga is a fucking pro athlete. He's not gonna be in the league as long as her career can go longevity.
Right.
So this motherfucker be in the next 10 years, 9, 10 years, maybe. If her shit popping, by 9 to 10 years, by the time he retire, it surpass his ass by having restaurants, all type of stuff. Her motherfucking brain is stronger than his by the time they're 45.
Right.
He's smart.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
He makes his money off his body. Feel me? It's a young man's game. Let's be real. Yeah, he's 30, 31, right? He ain't gonna be
same age as me.
He ain't gonna be in the league in 20, 27, 20, you know what I'm saying? 20, 30. So why don't you do this? Make that money, leverage your grand. You like cooking and shit. Okay, put these cookbooks out. Keep going on these press runs. And then when you get your shit popping, the motherfuckers don't even, that's Ayesha.
Right.
When it gets to that point, and you hit them. Because that's the thing, she ain't looking at it. She looking at like right now some young girls shit. Like, the niggas ain't trying to look at me like they used to. Nobody gonna fuck with you because first of all, feel me, niggas respect you because you married, and number 3, nobody fantasizes about fucking a married woman with 3 kids.
Word.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Word. Right.
Real shit. I heard a nigga say that in the podcast earlier, and I'm like, that's true. Like, nobody fantasizes about that shit. Like, come on, man.
Word.
Right, because she doesn't give up that aura. Like, She gives off an aura like a mother, like she's like a homemaker. So like, why would we? You know what I mean? Like the fuck? Come on now.
Word.
You compete with all the Instagram and stripper bitches and shit, and you over here Susie homemaker and shit. Like, ain't nobody checking for that like that. Like, you was out here with your ass out, then you probably
right. Their job is to provide a fantasy. You know what I'm saying? That's their job. From strippers to motherfucking Instagram bitches. I know, we know a whole lot of these bitches. These hoes are square them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? When you meet them, they be motherfucking laughing and snorting and shit. But you see them on Instagram, you like, God damn, that bitch is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Half these hoes motherfucking breath stinking, their skin bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, but of course you see them on IG, and it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Bill Murray said this shit, I think it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, people gonna always be depressed looking at social media because they always want what they see. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this facade, this falsehood that you're watching and you're looking at. Don't let it take control of your brain and manipulate your thought process, because it's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching porn. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers get paid to do that shit. So don't take your dumb ass in the bedroom, motherfucker, trying to goddamn jump off the wall and fuck your old lady. You gonna look at your ass like you crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Ayesha Curry. Hey, look, Ayesha Curry, just understand where you at. Kev made a great point, man. Just continue to work on your shit and within your marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a great thing going. You're a good looking lady. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 beautiful babies. You got a hell of a husband. You got a hell of a never. You got a hell of a support system.
You can't do no better than him. He can do better than you, but you can't do better than him.
Easy.
Real shit. Yeah. Well, hey, you said it best, Bizzle. So we'll let Kev get out of here. Kev, you've been doing this new thing on your podcast again. Make sure to check them out. Kevin A's Hip Hop, available on all same platforms. We are on all streaming platforms. And you've been doing this thing. You've been running you have a new episode coming out. You've been running. Tell the folks about the Twitter poll to pick the topic for your upcoming episode.
Yeah. So I've been running my podcast for over 5.5 years, almost about 5.5. Mm-hmm. And I got to the point now, I'm like, pick the topic. I got hella topics in my Evernote. I got motherfucking the PMs and shit on my certain shit when they hear. Most of the times, that's the way they come. Someone to DM me, ask me a question, I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm doing now is I'm taking my Twitter polls, usually on Saturday and Sunday, a minimum of at least 24 hours, 54 chance, you know what I'm saying? And I put them up on my Twitter, at Kev Hates Hip Hop, pick 4 different topics. Pick the one you want to hear. You know what I mean? And I record it on Sunday mornings and I put it out Sunday.
Hey, Kev.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I just hit the poll, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just did the poll, and I want to hear Divine Genius versus Divine Horror.
Hey, that's the one. Hey, if that one don't win, that's gonna be a bonus.
Hey,
I'm still for that one.
You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to hear that shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do for weeks, but nobody like it was the divine feminine war.
They don't understand it. They don't understand it.
They don't understand it. Yeah. So I mean, if motherfuckers don't take it this week, I ain't tripping. It's gonna come out Thursday. Bonus episode.
Hey, I got my notifications on today. Just let me know that. Hey, just do it, and I'll be on it.
I'll text it to you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, where can people find you?
At Kevin H. Instagram at Kevin H. Listen to my shit, go KevinHSpot.com. Find you the shit about it. Just share it with your friends. Just like with this podcast. Screenshot shit.
Do it.
And hashtag
do it.
JB and Benny Blue on Instagram, and they'll share you back on their story.
Do it.
You know what I mean? That's all we give a shit about. Just pay it forward. We take our time of our lives. We busy. Fucking business owners and shit.
Right.
And we want to keep it a good game. You know what I'm saying? So all you can do is just ask yourself, screenshot it, share it with
the least you can do.
That shit helps. You know what I'm saying?
The least you can do.
Damn right.
The least you can do.
Damn right.
Yep.
Well, reviewers, when we come back, me and Bizzleman are beginning a little bit of playoff talk, and then it's time for JB's patented "You Win It or Not" segment. What will I throw at the Bizzleman? You never know what is on the list. So stick around again. Follow us at JB and Benny Blue, JB&BennyBlueReview.com for all past episodes. And yeah, make sure to hit that Savage hotline, 818-850-2804. Shout out to the Ultimate Savage, Kevin Robinson, for joining us. And yeah, we'll be back with all that fun shit. Right. Special advertisement now. You are listening to the JB and Benny Blue Review podcast. And we'll be right back, bitches.
Yeah, we will, baby.
Yeah.
What's up, reviewers? Have you heard about making money in real estate, but you're not sure how to get started? Now you have an opportunity to learn about the housing market while earning commission on new deals. Pacific Home Buyers is a Southern California-based real estate investment group that is seeking experienced and hungry phone salespeople to help them find the best homes on the market for sale. And the best part, there's no real estate experience required. Hours are flexible and you can earn big money on closed deals for just getting home sellers qualified. Call us now at 323-963-3417 for more information on how you can get started. That's 323-963-3417. Pacific Home Buyers, your home sale starts here.
Viewers, we are back and we love you. Happy Mother's Day. Like we left something and we had to come get it.
The mamas out there. The mamas is out there.
Mamas.
We love y'all.
Baby mamas. Yep, we love you. Yeah, again, follow us at JB and Benny Blue. Like Kev said, man, we appreciate the love and the engagement. If you're fucking with us, screenshot it and we will share it on our Instagram story. Appreciate everybody showing us love for the new logo. Again, that's from our new sponsor. Shout out to our homegirl Jazzy holding it down in New York City. Brave New Urban. Again, make sure to check her out. Again, go to bravenewurban.com and use the promo code The Review and get 30% off your first project. If you're starting a new business, if you need a new logo for your podcast, or you got some merch or whatever the fuck you're doing, if you need some graphics, she will hook it up. And I'm telling you, Kevin and I have known her for a minute. She's worked with NFL clients, corporate clients, so she does the damn thing when it comes to the graphics.
It is dope.
Yeah, man. And new merch coming. Already talked to Trends Collab, so don't worry about that. Shout out to Trends Collab. That is coming as well. T-shirts, dad hats, all that shit that is in motion. And yeah, man, again, we are on all streaming platforms, so there's no excuse not to subscribe and listen to us every new episode. All right, Bizzle, man. So we covered a lot with boxing and, the role with how your significant other can play a part in building the empire. We covered a lot of shit. But it's May. We are deep into these playoffs. As we referenced in the first half, Portland just beat Denver, and they will be facing the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. And at the time of this recording,
the brothers Curry, you know what I'm saying? The brothers Curry will be on the court. You know what I'm saying?
It'll be the Curry standoff. You know what I'm saying? Like the OK Corral. It's going down. Oh shit! So yeah, that'll be I think that'll be a pretty good series. And then on the flip side, the Bucks are awaiting the winner of the Raptors and Sixers series. But a couple things to throw at you here at the playoffs. Number one, as we saw, it was the Warriors and the Rockets again. And god damn it, Bizzle, man, the Rockets on their home court could not force a Game 7. So from what you've seen from that series and where the Rockets are at, what do they need to switch up? Is it time to go younger? Do they need to get rid of the D'Antoni system? What needs to happen for the Rockets to get over the hump and finally have an MVP player like James Harden actually get to the finals and have a crack at the shit?
D'Antoni need to grow a pair of fucking nuts. That's what.
Damn. They gotta stop.
Like, he's not the same coach he was when he was with the Suns. Now, mind you, he didn't have a quote-unquote all-star on the team or all-world player. You know what I'm saying? But he had a bunch of guys that could play ball. And that ball moved around a lot. Now, when you watch Houston play a lot of isolation ball, James Harden does what he does. I mean, he had a quiet 30 when they got their ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you have a nucleus of players that's very good. And I always been arguing back and forth with my son and my homeboy about how D'Antoni didn't use his bench properly. He just didn't. He didn't put enough bodies on that court to be able to just really rough up Golden State. And that's how you have to play basketball with Golden State. You cannot play sweet, swing around the ball, try to match three-pointers with these guys, because this is what they do. They're going to find ways to move around and get Steph and Clay the ball. And then Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying, we hope he comes back, you know what I'm saying, from injury. I'm glad he didn't tear his Achilles, because that, I don't wish that upon no man. You know what I'm saying? I still think he'll look whole, but hey, it is what it is.
Pow-pow.
And, so the Rockets just didn't put the personnel on the court to be able to just fucking run around and beat Golden State up and get Steph in foul trouble. Because when Steph is in foul trouble, they are not the same basketball team. You know what I'm saying? Because he has to contribute for them to win. Klay Thompson, hey, some days you see him, some days you don't. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of is what he is. He always makes his presence felt defensively. But offensively, some days you see him, some days you don't. So the Rockets, I just want to say, like I said on our stories on our Instagram page at JB and Benny Blue Review, follow us up. We follow back. If you bout something, we follow back. I'm not just going to follow back everybody, you know what I'm saying, who's just fucking willy-nilly. So
yes,
the Rockets, that was a sad showing of basketball. It really was. On your home court to force a Game 7 to possibly go to the Western Conference Finals, that was no intensity. It was no gall, no nuts dropping. Y'all nuts wasn't dragging the floor. They was in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it's unfortunate. The word I like to use lately is unfortunate. That's unfortunate, man. For the fans in Houston, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's unfortunate. You know? It's just fucking it. But congratulations to Golden State. Another Western Conference Final. The brothers Curry will be facing off Portland and Golden State, which is going to be a hell of a series. All right, a whole lot going on in the greater northwestern area of the United States of America, and we'll see who goes to what in this Eastern Conference Final. I've already said I think the Bucks can win this whole thing. I'm not going to renege on that. I think they can. I think they can win this whole fucking thing. I really do.
Agree.
I think Giannis is that big of a presence, and the Bucks just have greedy ass role players that know how to do that thing. I still think they can win the whole damn thing. Gonna take them 7 games to do it, but hey, what it's about. So,
I agree. I think they have the best player in the playoffs. I think Giannis is now, quite honestly, Giannis is the best player in the league. I think he's the perfect combination of KD and LeBron. If he gets a little bit better of a jumper, he'll be basically flawless. But they have probably the best defense in the playoffs right now. Right. They have, and also too, as you probably noticed, I think out of any team remaining in the playoffs, they have the best balance in terms of their key players, where you have a clear number 1, you have a clear number 2, and you have a clear number 3.
Right. Like I said, they got gritty ass role players that know their position and they play it well. Bottom line, and that's just that. You can't go wrong with that. You really can't. So, hey, like again, only time will tell. I ain't no damn basketball analyst. I'm not gonna go deep into this shit. I'm just telling you guys what I feel like can happen. And I've said it. I made a bold prediction. I don't think Golden State's gonna win the championship this year. So I got to stick by what I have said. Yeah, I mean.
You did, and we again follow us at JB and Benny Blue for that full clip on JB breaking down why we both agree why the Bucks can win it all this year. And speaking of which, finally wrapping up on some playoff talk. To you, what is the best possible finals outcome? Do you think it has to be? Does it have to be Warriors and Bucks? And finally, the Bucks are dethroning the dynasty, and Giannis is getting that first chip.
It has to be like that. If for whatever reason Portland beats Golden State, shout out to them. But it has to be like that. For Giannis's, for the I guess you can call it the birth of Giannis. He's famous and all this stuff right now, but if he does that, if that happens, he reaches that milestone in his life. You know what I'm saying? If he gets over that hump, man, he's gonna be talked about amongst the greats. He knocked off the great Golden State Warriors, and they're a great basketball team. That's not. I don't want to take nothing from them. I'm not a fan of them, but because I prefer a more physical brand of basketball. But hey, they're great. Yeah, they can score, and they play sneaky good defense. So it has to be like that for Giannis. It really does.
I agree, and I'm still with you. I think now, because due to fatigue and what happens with these dynasties and egos and roles and just the amount of miles, I think the Bucks are really primed to do it, and they got Brogdon back, so they have an additional piece to keep going. You can tell Bledsoe's determined. Bledsoe wants a chip bad.
Yes, he does.
Middleton's hitting shots. That one cat was going off. Because he was from Boston. I forgot his name, the Irish cat. He was fucking lacing that shit. Because he was from Massachusetts. He's like, man, fuck y'all, I'm making this shit happen. And man, I mean, they got the necessary swag and togetherness and a really good coach, I might add, too, to get over the top. So we'll see what happens with that shit. All right, reviewers, before we let you go, we cannot leave you without giving you a patented segment. And other than Don't Be Dumb, there is none better than JB's You With It or Not. Please, production, cue the DJ DMD. Let's get this shit cracking right now. All right, Bizzle Man, I got 5 to throw at you, and I'm going to start. Keep it here in basketball. And on the surface, it seems pretty easy, but the answer may not be so easy. We're going to see if you are with it or not. According to Vegas, for one young Kyrie Irving, his best outcome, the best possibility of where he'll sign, perhaps, will be with LeBron and the Los Angeles Lakers. JB, Kyrie to the Lakers to reunite, reassemble the Batman and Robin, and possibly win a chip in LA. Are you with it or not?
I gotta be with it. I mean, in this day and age in basketball, why not? Shit. I mean, we don't know where KD's going. We don't know where Kawhi's going. We don't know where Kyrie's going. We don't know. But let's be real. If I'm Kyrie, I've won championships with LeBron. So shit, you know what? The Lakers, LA. You know, he dabbled in the acting thing a little bit. He had a little movie out, was pretty good. You know, that Uncle Drew shit, you know. So why not? Shit, I'm with it. I'm completely with it. I just want the Lakers organization, they're kind of losing me as far as like on the back end. And, you know, with them the whole situation with Jeannie Buss talking shit about Magic Johnson behind his back type shit. So they're kind of losing me on the back end at that aspect. But, I mean, I love for the Lakers to get it back cracking. That would be great. Like I said it so many times before, certain teams are just great for sports. You know, and why not, you know, the Lakers franchise, you know, have some success.
Okay. All right, Bizzle Man, we are taking it down south. As you've probably seen in a very whack turn of events, and Lord knows we've touched on some of the lame ass shit happening in this country of ours from time to time on this fine recording that is a review. Apparently, if you were trying to get an abortion in the state of Georgia, you better take your ass on the freeway and cross state lines, because it ain't happening there, buddy. Abortion is now illegal in Georgia, and apparently a actress, very famous, very beautiful, by the name of Alyssa Milano, is proposing that women go on a sex strike until the laws are changed in the state of Georgia. Now, it is an important cause. However, she might be doing too much with the sex strike. JB, sex strike until the anti-abortion laws change in Georgia, you with it or not?
I mean, are we talking about a sex strike for all women in Georgia? Because some of those women are married. A great percentage of those women are married.
Yeah, we need particulars.
Right, so I need a gang of particulars going on for this whole little strike situation. You know what? Abortion's a choice, and I feel like it should be taken away. I don't condone abortion, but you know, JB, keep it real. I've dealt with a few of them in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because situations just aren't right. So women should have the choice to be able to say, you know what, I don't want to have this kid for this person. Nah. Alyssa Milano, you know what I'm saying? Don't sex strike, baby. Come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? You know, gotcha. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta have an abortion. Listen, we can have a baby. Fuck.
Yeah, he'll strap up. He'll be all right. You know, make it nice and clean.
I ain't gonna promise you that.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, Bizzle Man, keeping it in the state of Georgia. One of our favorite groups, if you've been following the review for a minute, is the dynamic duo that is Outkast. And shout out to Big Boy's son, Cross Patton. It is, JB, as you know, you've experienced this, of course, and you will continue to experience this with a couple children. It is graduation season.
Yep.
And shout out to Cross Patton getting that hurricane blue motherfucking Maserati from his pops, the great Daddy Fat Sacks, aka Big Boy. And as of course as you could expect, you know, it's a family affair, and of course the photo is released. It's Big Boy, it's his son Cross, and of course it is motherfucking 3 Stacks himself wearing them goddamn overalls. Andre 3000. Bizzle Man, is it high time for a new Outkast album? You with it or not?
Look, I've tagged Big Boy in a mini post on IG and Twitter, because, and I'm pretty sure most people that are Outkast fans in America do the same thing. We just got to have a reunion album. It's got to happen, bro. With the Dungeon family on it. Like, just like old school Southern Playalistic, ACLNs, you know what I'm saying? Like, Thank Only. All these albums, it's got to be Dungeon family. It's got to be Outkast. Everybody's still rocking. Everybody's still doing their thing. Everybody's still mentally ready to get out on that mic. It's got to happen. Now, for the reviewers out there, a lot of y'all thought that, a lot of people, for whatever reason, a lot of people think that Andre and Big Boy are like beefing to the point where they're not friends.
Right.
Andre and Big Boy are like brothers. You know what I'm saying? And our podcast follows Outkast, and we follow Big Boy, and we will soon follow Andre because I didn't know he had an Instagram page. But
I didn't know either.
Yeah, he does. You know what I'm saying? So, but Andre is, anything that goes on with them kids, he's always there. He is always there. When Jordan graduated, he was right there. Jordan is Big Boy's daughter, the oldest baby. He was right there. Anything, when Cross had football games, Dre was right there. Like, well, you know how Andre is. Andre is one of those super creative cats, and their minds just work different. You know, Big Boy's more business-minded. Dre is just more earthy and he feels more. You know what I'm saying? It's just more feel for him. So I think that it'll eventually come around, and I cannot wait.
I agree. And shout out to Cross, because Cross is actually going to Oregon. I believe he's playing football there.
He's going on as a preferred walk-on, which is basically saying, you know what, we would have gave you a scholarship. We don't have no more to give you. But we'll give you all the scholarship treatment, except for the money. But you don't need no damn money. His daddy rich. So.
Hey, earn your spot, young fella. Now is your shot.
You finna go get it on. Can't wait to watch him play.
Right. Speaking of football, we're taking it down to Miami. The gentleman that, to be honest with you, I don't think we've ever made mention of him on the show. However, apparently he's making some shit shake, because this gentleman, DB, by the name of Xavier Howard, is now the highest paid corner in NFL history. Completely resetting the market. Higher than Pat P, higher than Jalen Ramsey, anybody else that you can mention that's sort of in the conversation. Now, we're never going to be against a player getting paid, but the highest paid DB in NFL history, JB, you with it or not?
Look, man, I'm with it. When it all boils down to it, I'm not going to go cliche like the whole, get your money, because, you know, the NFL don't give. They don't. You know what I'm saying? We know what the fuck. You know what the fuck you signing up for. All right, the NFL is the dirtiest fucking professional sports organization in the world. Okay, bottom line. All right, they're gonna do whatever they can not to pay you. Now, reviewers out there, let's be clear about this whole situation. All right, teams pay players based on their valuability or their value to their organization. Bottom line. Now, this whole he's the highest paid cornerback in history. That just happened. Sorry.
Right.
Because all they do is they base payments of players. Again, it's based on how much they value the player, but at the same time, it's based on, well, this number one corner got paid this, because if I'm an agent, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Pat P is making this much money a year. You know what I'm saying? The cat from the Vikings is making this much money a year. Good cornerback.
Right.
The kid from New England, New England don't play nobody. New England played a cornerback. Yeah.
They go dollar store shopping.
Right. So, and to have a shutdown corner is a fucking luxury. So hell yeah, you gonna pay that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
He just happens to be the highest paid corner in NFL history until the market changes.
Hey, in the words of fucking Chris Tucker and Money Talks, you worked your way into some rich pussy. That's the fuck you just did. Like, congratulations, young man. You balled, and you were in the right place at the right time, and now you're the highest paid cornerback in the league. You goddamn right on it.
Here it is. And finally, staying in the crazy ass state of Florida. JB, it wouldn't be an episode of the review if I didn't throw you a curveball. Reviewers, turns out if you are in the state of Florida, they have obscenity laws. A gentleman was pulled over in his truck for having a decal that read, and I quote, "I eat ass." That's right, it was on his back fucking windshield. He got pulled over and he got cited a misdemeanor due to Florida's obscenity laws. However, he cited his freedom of speech. JB, a man's out here trying to tell the world what he does, trying to share it with the world. Maybe he has some interesting inquiries coming in.
I'm pretty sure
the man getting jammed up for saying he eats ass. You with or not? Can he live?
First of all, I ain't with it because we talking about Florida. Obscenity laws in Florida. Look, Florida is an obscene state, period. All right, let's just be real.
Yeah.
You want to see some obscenity? Go to Miami.
Right.
You want to see some shit that's going to be offensive to you? Go to Miami. Go to South Beach because all you're going to see is pussies hanging out of thong bikinis and nipples and nip slips. So this is not offensive to people. This is not obscenity, right? Now, I know the definition of obscenity is a verbal, you know what I mean? Or something that you read. But an obscenity is something that you're outraged about in the long run. So you mean to tell me the state of Florida that has Tallahassee, Miami, Panama City. You know what I'm saying? Like Boca Raton. All these beaches where these motherfuckers be basically naked on. And you done pulled the man over for having a I eat ass basically bumper sticker. Now, I can almost guarantee you that this is in some West Bumblefuck, Florida.
Correct, it was.
Yeah. All right, so I can see that because I can't see a motherfucker in Miami pulling a person over for having an I eat ass sticker. The cop might pull up on the side of the motherfucker and be like, hey, so do I. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a lady cop, she might pull him over and be like, hey, what's your number, boy? You know
put that to the test.
You know what I mean? Like, she might shoot her damn shot. I'm not with that. Yeah, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? With all the shit, look, with all the horrible shit that be said by y'all's president, reviewers, I'm talking to y'all, 'cause some of y'all Trump supporters, all right? Yeah. So y'all's president, some of the shit that come out of his mouth, he should have about 30 misdemeanors.
You're right about that.
Grab it right in the pussy, right? Remember that? Listen, he was probably in Florida when he said it.
Yeah, you damn right. Because once you cross that border, all bets are off.
He was telling Kraft in the massage parlor what to do.
Reviewers, that's it. The show is over. Bizzleman, any final thoughts on the viewers are there before we get out of here? Enjoy the rest of our weekend. Happy Mother's Day, damn it.
Fucking love you guys. Oh man, look, I got in the words of Chris Tucker on Rush Hour, tell your friends about me. Tell your friends about us, man. Like, if you hear this podcast, hey, I got a great story. I'm in the barbershop, you know what I'm saying, getting my fresh cut, my fresh Friday. And one of the guys that work in the barbershop, man, he told me, he was like, man, I listened to your podcast the other day. He said, man, you crazy as a motherfucker, man. I was like, hey, you know what? Appreciate that. But that's
a compliment.
And people fuck with us in Phoenix, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, people fuck with us in Phoenix big time. Hey, Valley of the Sun, I appreciate your support, man. We appreciate y'all's support. JB will be more active in these streets. Hey, the hotter it gets, the hotter it gets. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say. Just understand that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely going to start making appearances here and there, getting my face back out there because people requesting it. I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm an urban legend in these streets of Phoenix. And I'm just going to get back out and really start associating with the people, man.
Oh yeah, be clear reviewers out in the desert, and shout out to our friends, of course, another fine platform, KSRN. Make sure to mess with them as well. They hold us down there in the desert.
What up, Cassie Loud? They love, what up?
Earl, Javon, everybody, Sean, everybody holding us down. JD will be more active with that, especially with more shit coming up. Oh yeah, the Savage Duo will be in effect because trust me, I will be making, especially now it's getting warm. You can expect some. You know, JB is a fan of the events, the affairs, the shindigs. If you will.
What's happening? You know what I'm saying? What's up?
You know, so I'm just saying, both of us are getting this fucking summer shred, lean, mean right. So I'm just saying, get ready. Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. You're right, because I mean that's the best shit. I get that too. Like I get, even if it's a couple people hitting you up a week and be like, bro, I fuck with the new episode, whatever, right. And then you can see the traction online. It's like, it's just, reviewers, we appreciate it, whether it's in person or you show us love online. We love you, and that's why we keep doing this shit, man. So whether you screenshot and send to us an IG story, you tell us on the fucking stoplight, we fuck with you because you fuck with us, and god damn it, we are for the people. Make sure to follow us at JB and Benny Blue, jbandbennybluereview.com for all past episodes, merch, all that good shit. Again, wherever you listen to podcasts, we are available: iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, the whole shit. Again, shout out to KSRN, and shout out to you guys for rocking with us. So until next episode, this is the JB and Benny Blue Review, and we love you.
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah. Peace.